Top of the top. What's up, y'all? We back again. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone that's up, tapped in. Shout out to everybody that's in tune. That's right, Monday. We about it. Shout out to everybody that's up early, back to it. No excuses. Let's go. Celebration is over. It still continues. But let's just get into it, y'all. How y'all doing today? So Latasha Jordan, good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. What's up, Miss B Law? You saw you in here first. What's up, Regal? Fatima, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Punch? I see you in here, bro. Let's just get into it. What's up, the nine? Let's just go. We up. Another day. Let's just get into it, y'all. Let's just get into it. Yeah. Hope y'all know I still be trolling. I just do things different now. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I always tell you, don't take nothing I say as a fact. Don't believe nothing I say. Meaning, you might hear me talking nice to people, but it don't mean nothing. I'll just be talking, man. It's entertainment, y'all. There's nothing left, all right? Fallen ones, man. This thing is over. It's over, man. It's over. First, like I say, man, when I come online as a person that just want to watch stuff, look like I'm back in time. I don't be trying to be disrespectful and funny, y'all. There's a particular section on this thing is horrible, y'all. Why? If you look at everybody in modern day, everybody in the modern world of 2026 is failing. Therefore, it's nothing left but old stuff. Like when I see people like Lil C's, it make me depressed. When I see a washed up rapper like Lil C's that was around Biggie, looking like he never was a rapper, look like he never was around Biggie, it's just, to me, it's just disturbing. All right. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. Seeing all these has-beens with their old ass, sorry ass stories, man, it's just miserable, man. All these people that's RIP, all this back. See, it looked like it's about has-beens. You see, it's like it looked like a big ass section of has-beens. It's disgraceful, man. And the reason why I say that because history is history. But what is history when you have nothing futuristic, when you have nothing present? So we know it always was a balance. So even if I'm in it now, I always went back into the 70s, the 60s, and stuff like that, the 80s. But when you don't have nothing current, and all you got is old stuff and what you used to be, okay, you know how people always got this thing. I used to be this back in the day. I was getting money, or I was fine. I was this. That's what the whole culture looked like. The whole culture looked like of what it used to be. Everybody, it's a big what we used to be. You see that? So I'm not getting no enjoyment out of it. And I tell you, it's getting harder and harder every day to do this. Then you got all this lack of unoriginality on top of that, man. It's just horrible, man. So I'm saying that because people are going to talk, complain, but guys, people can give you the world. Some people still going to mess it up. You know, I can give you something that's ahead of your time. You won't even comprehend it. You still ain't going to know what to do with it. So once again, that's like kind of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Now that we're in 2026, where media is the most important thing, now look at it. See that? I'm saying it for a reason, y'all, because for one, Cardi B was the voice of colored people this weekend. And like I say, man, I'm tired of these conversations, but that's all that's left. And yes, the word is colored people. Floyd Mayweather is making excuses why he's broke, y'all. No, this is why I'm starting to think it's really for real now. It's starting to show. Now, I spoke about something last week at the all-white party of Michael Rubin, and I said, according to what I see, the Paul brothers, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, it looked like to me like they the new face of Vegas. Because I'm looking at, as he's fallen, they have risen, which means they're in position. Now, it's like I said, every time I see Floyd Mayweather, he crying the Rockman blues. You know what the Rockman blues is? Is when a crackhead broke, spent all their money, have nothing left, and they just got all these excuses. The Rockman blues. All Floyd Mayweather was doing is having all these stories. But see, remember, if he didn't floss like that and brag, he wouldn't have to explain himself. The more he's explaining himself, now I feel where he's coming from. Because I will make this clear. Yes, Floyd Mayweather might be losing a lot of money, but no, he's not broke. He still got more money than us, but I keep telling that's not the excuse. If you make $1 billion, the goal is to flip it to another $1 billion. Let's make it real simple. If you got 1,000, is it not the motive to get another 1,000? So you have 2. You want 3,000. You don't get 1,000 to go back to $100, do you? All right. Well, that's what they're doing, making excuses. This man brought a lot of stuff, but this is what we're going to talk about. He admitted it. Floyd Mayweather admitted he's not educated like that. So, like I said, I figured it all out. I figured it out. Like he's not, because I had to think. That's why I say I look past the jokes. Okay, if he'd been boxing since a young teenager, he didn't have time to go to school like that. That's just how it is in that game. Now, I'm pretty sure some boxers that graduated from high school, but if you know a boxer with a college degree, let me know. Now, I think Lennox Lewis was educated, yes, but I'm telling you, a lot of them boxers, they don't be educated. That's why they always get jerked, because they always got to, it don't be their fault, because they always got to train and box. And at the end of the day, them trainers and managers don't want them to be smart. They keep them in that gym. Floyd is admitting some things, y'all. So that's what's making me look at this whole thing kind of different now. He making excuses. And this the thing of the day, y'all. I didn't want to name this. I'm trying to be polite and use correct words, but this episode could have been called Dumb and Dumber. You know, like the movie? Yeah, it could have been called that. Because let's just go, man. Nothing I say is a fact. It's all public opinion, man. Let's just go. We're gonna get through this hot summer. We're gonna get through this hot summer. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this year. All right, that's all we're gonna do. So I always tell you, when you see it happen to the celebrities, it's gonna happen in real life. When we rewind the whole chapter, and I spoke about this is not just towards poor people. Poor people, if you're proud to be poor, if you're proud to struggle, whatever you stand for, just know you're not the only one. And I already told you, the people that had the most money, the people that were so-called rich, they're going to feel it the worst. When I say the word poor, just to give clarity, right? We all poor in our own way. But now poor means when you don't have the basic necessities of life to get through day by day. And I tell you, it's not about rich. And rich is somewhere else now. I can't be so hurt if I never had nothing anyway. You know what I'm saying? If I never had too much, how much can I actually lose? You get it, poor? That's what I'm speaking at. When you so-called poor, that's how you got to look at it. Well, if I've been down this long, I've been through this much, what else? It's nothing. Basically, what else going to break me? I have nothing to lose. I'm already at the bottom. But see, when you people like Floyd Mayweather, or you was a company owner, or you had employees, and you actually had a lot of money, and it starts to disappear, you start falling, you start losing, it hurts more, y'all. It hurts more. Because remember, their biggest fear is going back to where they came from. See, you're already from the urban community. You might already came up how you came up. You ain't have a lot, but you have no fear of what to go back to. You already know what it is. So that's what I tell you when people, I mean, if you understand your life, it's even a blessing in being poor. Meaning, it might sound weird, but when you understand that, we live a life we supposed to live. People that's rich supposed to be rich. Hey, sometimes the people that's poor supposed to be poor. The people that's middle, that's just how it is. Because you can take a poor person and make them rich, and they still ain't even know how to live that life. See that? You can take a person from the suburbs and they want to live an urban life. They might not be successful at that. Everybody got to live the life they're supposed to live. That's the problem. So when you already been raised poor, meaning survival mode, you already know how to do certain things, you actually are more blessed than people like that. You don't have the headaches of, and if I lose these cars, I lose this mansion, or my staff find out I'm going broke. That's stress. They got way more stress. Oh, taxes coming up. I got to kick out these millions. Tax time, you ready to get your money. Tax time, they get scared. They get nervous. Oh, man. They get depressed. I'm saying that because it's different levels, y'all. And when you understand your level, you can find peace on your level. That's what I be trying to tell people. When you caught up in this world of what you got and what everybody else got, and you compare your life to this person's life, the key to life is no stress. If you ask me, that's a percentage of the riches of this world. No stress, no headaches. See, people always want to talk that money talk, but then when they get it, somehow they just start looking sad, don't they? They want all this money, but somehow they just don't look happy, right? All right. I'm saying that because Floyd Mayweather is making excuses, man. Let's just get into it. We have a lot to talk about. So Floyd Mayweather said out his own mouth, y'all. He's not book smart. He's basically street smart. He know how to survive. Basically, what he was saying, y'all, I'm not school smart. So basically, what he basically admitting it. He basically was saying it, admitting it in a way like what you guys expect. I'm not school smart. But he said, I am smart. Basically, he was saying, I'm smart with common sense. I'm smart with knowing what I got to do. Now, one thing Floyd Mayweather said is, all my properties paid for, my family straight. So when I saw him doing this video, he was in humble mode. He was straight humble. Straight humble, meaning it looked like he's telling the truth about, it looked like everything happening is for real. Like, he's going through some stuff, and he's putting in his I don't want to just say excuses. He's saying the reasons why. I think when I look at this, Floyd was trusting everybody else with his money. He was trusting people. And being that he lacked a certain amount of intelligence, he got booked. But I'm going to say this to y'all. We got to talk about this. So I've been doing more research on this Floyd thing, and it's all of what I assume. Okay, guys, when I spoke about how all of them on a certain level, in a certain bracket, a lot of your people, right? They were accused of being abusive, y'all, money-wise. So, according to what I've been seeing, some of y'all might have heard of it. Floyd Mayweather been doing certain things in that money game. Yeah. He been doing a little shamming and scamming. He been doing little certain things, y'all. He been doing certain things. So, it's like, I tell y'all, they all get in trouble. They in trouble for the same thing, man. Boom. Okay, you know how LeBron monopolized his power in the NBA. You know how your boy Jay monopolized his power in the industry. Well, it was said, it's being said, when I'm analyzing, Floyd was using his status in boxing to manipulate other boxers. See that? Now, y'all got to remember this part. Remember you heard all those complaints about Floyd from the young boxers? Let's tell the truth. Adrian Broner, Devontae Day, he fell out with certain people because the word is, from what I've been seeing, Floyd has been trying to make money off the young people. Like, he been doing little finesse things, y'all. And y'all also got to remember this side. Remember at one point, Floyd was trying to portray like he this Don and this gangster, and he got all these goons with him, remember? And I'm telling you, man, I think a lot of these so-called people like him and others in trouble because I think they was abusing the young generation, man. So I also think part of it is the young generation was telling on them because it's tied in with Jake Paul. See, now, mind you, Adrian Broner, Devontae Davis could have been telling on Floyd, but it ain't holding no weight. But see, then when Jake Paul and them start telling what he doing, then it start holding weight. See, I really think Floyd's manipulating stuff. We're going to get into that. Also, to the bros, when we was on the Members Only Live and y'all was saying that Pacquiao fight, yes, y'all was right because I didn't get an update on it. As of now, yes, that Pacquiao fight, it ain't happening. As of right now, nope. And it said that Mayweather been getting a lot of money up front. Y'all know the situation. Remember, they were saying he owed money on this, owed money on that, because I think he was using his clout to get free stuff, not paying. All you got to know is Sean Kingston and his mother's in jail for that. Getting stuff from people, not giving it back, not paying it back. So I'm saying that's what Sean Kingston's mom was doing. That's what they're in prison for. Along with the trafficking, no. I told y'all a lot of these guys were abusing their power. Even though they got money, they was doing certain things. So let's go. Remember, they was moving like Mafia Don figures. So let's check it out. Now, Floyd, he was looking super humble. And this is the thing right here. Logan Paul saying Floyd owed him $1.5 million. Because the word is Floyd was using people's name to get money. Get it? He was manipulating things. Floyd Mayweather responds to Logan Paul claim. Now, this the thing in this video right here. Floyd, I've never seen that man that humble. He's making excuses, y'all. You know what Floyd's saying? Well, you know, my family straight, my property, I got this, I got that. You know, I'm okay. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not broke. You know, I'm okay. But the first thing he said is, I'm not book smart like that. He admitted it. But what he really trying to, he trying to use it as a slick excuse. Like, I mean, what y'all expect, guys? I've never been to college before. Like, you know what I'm saying? He trying to make, no, Floyd, you can't, don't make them excuses now. I think it's for real, y'all. I think a lot of his net worth was in material stuff, and that's what he was checking off the box. All this material stuff. Yes, he got cash. He got some businesses, but a lot of the money he was claiming is from his assets. Put it like this, he probably got more assets than money. That's how I look at it. Yes. The fact when I saw how he was collecting all those foreign cars, I looked at it like this. In his mind, he think those cars are going to be worth a lot of money. Now, maybe they, I mean, I'm just being honest. A car after years, y'all know what it is, but I'm just saying. He is making excuses now, y'all. So let's go. Now, the other day at the all-white party, I said, I think they replaced him in Vegas. Because Floyd wasn't there. He's on platforms explaining himself. Explaining. Pity party. He's on a pity party campaign. That's why I told you I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It just looks very, very sorry. This culture was entertaining. It's looked depressing now. It looked like people using it for therapy, for love, validation. They not winning. It's winners and losers. They not winning. It's looking like the whole section is based on losers. It looked like everybody's giving losers a voice. That's what it just looked like. Because nothing current. If I asked you, give me 3 things that are currently popping and trending in this country that come from that culture, the urban community, whether it's boxing, sports, music, acting, you give me something, and you're not going to be able to do it. Which means everything is past tense. Because my assumption is a lot of people were given chances, but they were abusive. And if they wasn't abusive, they didn't do nothing with it. Y'all have y'all proof. I tell you, your Instagram timeline is your proof. When you look in that from 2011 to now, I want y'all all to just think of all that posting, pictures, money stacks, bragging that everybody was doing, trips. Do you see the same energy? That's all I'm asking you. Do you see them in the club throwing up money? Do you see them in the strip club making it rain? Do you see any of the shenanigans that they were doing? No. All you seeing is excuses, sad faces, all this other stuff. Guys, you all witnessed it. Because when they was acting like when they was showing off and everything they was doing was for you to follow. So if you broke, it's not a mistake because they going broke. Then they are hiding. They are hiding. They don't post with the same energy. They doing low-level interviews. They are not who they used to be no more. They just not. They are not. So in the end, they're not telling you all they're going to have left is a chitlin circuit. Because it's an urban thing. See, I can make it, leave them in the hood, never come back, shine on them, floss on them. But if I fall off and go broke, they're going to be the same people that set me back. It's a hood thing. Meanwhile, y'all been letting people off the hook. Floyd, don't cry now. Because you know he ain't going to say he blew a lot of money on throughout all them years. Let's just think, y'all. Let's just think if we can just even alone add up all the Louis, Gucci, and Fendi he was wearing, Floyd probably got, man, no probably. I know he got millions of dollars worth of designer clothes in his house right now. You see what I'm saying? He got millions worth of designer clothes. He probably got about 100 million in just designer stuff. Period. Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we saw this man blowing a lot of money. We saw it. But now it's excuses. And what y'all must get, they weren't making a lot of money within the past 5 years. So a lot of their chunks came out the past 5 years. That's why you'll see it's starting to add up as big losses. Okay, you've been taking 20, when the pandemic hit, they wasn't making no money. 2021 ain't no fights. 2022 ain't no fights. 2023, you see what I'm saying? Each year they spending, but they ain't making no real money. That's for all of them. The rappers, I don't care if it's Hov and they making money, but not like that. These years going by, all this money getting spent. You see, all this money getting spent all these years, the past years, they wasn't generating no money because the culture wasn't. Y'all all notice. The trial last summer stopped the bank. You're going to see, I'll tell you, it's in your face. Ever since that guy, Sean, got in trouble, you'll see it's like the bank just stopped for everybody. What else we know they don't talk about? We know about the Hollywood fires. We know about a lot of people lost homes. We have no proof nobody bought their home back. We have no proof about a lot of stuff. As far as we know, a lot of them need their insurance money. That was it. It's a lot of stuff that happened. But I told you before, they getting kicked out of Hollywood. And the slogan, what I was saying really was, yo, they not that important no more, y'all. They not on that level no more. They not on that level. When I kept saying stuff like, they're not the favorite no more. Now, I said that a couple years ago. Now, you can see it. Floyd Mayweather was the favorite, but he not no more. Why? Floyd Mayweather ain't generating them hundreds of millions no more. Floyd Mayweather don't have no fight coming up for 100 million. See? Cold word, they don't got to pander to Floyd because they don't got to pander to his fans. Told y'all the word is y'all don't spend no money like that no more anyway. So if Floyd was to get a pay-per-view for $100 this time, they ain't buying it this time. Shit, they don't even want to buy Paramount. Man, they don't even want to buy a YouTube subscription. They don't even want to buy members only. They're not buying no fights for no $100. 50, not even 50 probably. So that's part of it. So you must also remember when Floyd was getting money, a lot of people in real life was getting money. Good jobs, money circulating. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Fight parties, everybody spending money. That's why I'm going to keep telling y'all, when you complain about financial things now, you're making a fool of yourself. So much money has been dispersed. Definitely in the past 10 years. Actual facts. So much money has been dispersed. I saw so much money being blown. I'm not a hater or a jealous guy, but if I was, I'd have been hating and I'd have been super jealous all the people that was flossing on me and showing off all. That's why all I know is it was a big show-off show for about 10 years. So are we going to keep playing? Remember you guys turning celebrities, y'all start paying $40 for haircuts, $100 for haircuts. Y'all going to act like y'all don't remember this? Barbers charging $100, $50. They paying $60 on haircut. No, everybody became a celebrity, y'all. But the thing is, they wasn't putting no money up. The past 10 years, a lot of money was spent. But only difference is people didn't know that was going to be the last run. They didn't know that was going to be the last of the last. What's up, Slim? They didn't know that was going to be some of the last of that money. So that's why I'm telling you, I don't want to hear no excuses, y'all. I know the money that was spent. I know what I did, and I know what others did. And I always knew it was people that had no chill button. Y'all know it's people that were spending money every day, every week, whether they going shopping, they going to the club. And remember when they had all these events, they had, for years, it was white parties, all black parties. It was $2 Tuesday, happy hour Wednesday, happy hour Thursday, Friday. I remember people was going to clubs like 3 to 4 days a week, which meant people was buying more clothes, spending more money on drinks, because it was a fad of the walkthrough era. Remember the walkthrough? Everybody was a baller buying sections. I saw so much money being spent. That's why I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. I just don't. Because like I said, if I was a hater, I'd have felt like a hater, because everybody was flossing on me. And I was just looking like, see everybody showing their money off. I mean, from low level, poor people to rich people, I'm scrolling Facebook, Grand, they'll just post a stack of money. Everybody talking about money, 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 money. You know what I'm saying? And I saw it with my own eyes, just like y'all did. Then what else happened, y'all? We saw the PPP loan come out. We saw the real money show, didn't we? Now, when that PPP money was circulating, Earned income tax money. Stimulus checks. They running around calling them stimmies, right? Did you hear anybody crying around that time? Did anybody talk about the economy? Did anybody talk about how bad it is in this country? How messed up it is? When they had all that money, was they talking about the 1800s? Were they talking about when they were in bondage, when they had all that money? So you're gonna see when they got money, they don't talk that talk. No, they don't talk that talk. That's why it's old and played out, yo. Floyd is doing the same thing. Guys, Floyd is trying to play humble now, saying he's not book smart. Now I get what he's saying. He's basically telling us for not being book smart, he accomplished a lot. But at the same time, he making excuses, bro. No, you from a place where you just think it's cool to be not smart. Meaning, Floyd, ever since you started getting money, you could have got smart. God, you about to be 50. Stop it, Floyd. Which means you could have been got educated if you wanted to. So that's why I be telling y'all, they can keep talking, but they just embarrassing themselves. If you are rich and you got all this money, but you ain't got enough sense or patience to even try to get no business training, you're not going to try to get, I don't care if it's a community college online, you ain't going to try to get no paperwork in 50 years. Ain't no excuses, y'all. But he's trying to make an excuse. I wasn't book smart anyway. You know, I'm street smart. I'm common sense smart. So Floyd's saying, I got all my properties, my family straight. He basically making excuses, y'all. Like, you know, after the game over, I just started talking about, well, you know, my car paid for, I got that, I got this. No, bro, don't make them excuses now, Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about how you ain't educated now. So when I made the joke, I think 50 Cent made it bad for him when he told the world he couldn't read. I think that's what happened. But I think once they really figured out he couldn't read, man, I just think they went ham on his books. I just think they went, that's just what I think, man. It's just what I think, man. It's not a fact. You know what I'm saying? All right. All I'm saying is you could be an innocent person. You could be a good person. But just imagine, you've been working for this guy. You handle his money. You was assistant. He give you his bank card. But then you find out he can't read for real. You find out he can't read. You find out he ain't, well, I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, I see what they probably did. Because what Floyd said he had money coming out of his accounts. 100,000, he had certain money coming out of accounts. Like, because his accountant's running the show. But you know, you could be an accountant and you could take out this amount of money and say you owe this. Man, they could be, man, them accountants so smart, they could hit Floyd with fake paperwork. Floyd, it's being said you owe this. A bogus letter. Floyd, you owe 300,000. They're trying to sue us. Whole time is going to me and my friends. They could have been doing all that stuff to him, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Making up bills, fabricating stuff. He just kicking out bread. The people he trusts is the one booking them. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. But it's being said Floyd was doing that to other people. So let's take a look. Let's look at the fact. Jake Paul saying Floyd owe him 1.5 million, calling him out, trying to embarrass him. Yeah. No, Floyd is going through it. It's for real, y'all. Floyd is really sunk. He's in a sunken place. They're trying to bury him. The Maverick, Paul, threatens to worsen his problems. Logan Paul threatens to worsen Floyd's problem, as he has been claiming that he still owed 1.5 million from Mayweather as part of an agreement ahead of their fight. Paul claimed earlier this year that Mayweather had pre-sold the fight rights to a company in the Middle East for $10 million. I told you Floyd was doing dirt. Okay, guys, I get what I'm telling you? When I said this is what they were doing, finessing corporations, they always doing it, manipulating the younger generation to get them bigger deals. Now, you look at what Floyd was doing with Jake Paul in boxing, and then you think about your favorite rappers. You think about everybody with power and clout. When I told you it's a reason why the young generation didn't shine. See? Floyd was controlling that Davis stuff. He was making sure they don't get to certain levels, y'all. Meanwhile, he getting paid off them. They all was doing the same thing. They made it where they gonna stay the prime factor in these fields. I'm gonna stay the top in boxing. Whether I'm boxing or not, I'm gonna control it. Somebody else said, I'm gonna be the top in rap. Regardless, I'm gonna control it. Every young artist come out, they're going to be under me. And I'm going to use them to make money, get deals, get my cut off the top. Told you it was sad. That's what they were doing, y'all. It's a lot of reasons why they getting their power taken, y'all. They were being abusive. And if they wasn't abusive, throw that out the window. Throw the abuse out the window. Throw it out the window. Get this part clear. It was not being productive. Y'all got to always see the big picture. Okay, Floyd, we give you a lot of money. When you going to make us some money? When you guys going to come with some real investments that we can invest in? Yeah, we gave y'all money. This goes to this for all of them. Yeah, y'all got all this money, but why y'all don't got no companies we can invest in? We talking about real companies incorporated. Why y'all can't make us no money? Let me give you a clue. People like Elon came to the country, makes the money. Everybody got Tesla, right? It's funny because every day I come out, y'all, it's funny to me. It's been going on for a minute. A lot of time, right? Whenever I go to the first light, whether I go to the store or I'm driving, whatever it is, the first light I come to, always be a Tesla sitting right there, the other light. Every day. I've been watching this, like every day. That's how many people got Teslas now. But that's because of Elon. So I always tell you, how could you drive Tesla and talk about E? No, you know what he did? He came to the country and helped the country make money. That's what he did. He became a generator. So what happened is, I tell you, a lot of them got exposed. When you keep talking about y'all rich guys and he got 3 and 2.5, that ain't nothing. When people came here and started generating 400 billion, 300 billion, they booming the American economy. They came in to boom it up. Get it? That's what Jeff Bezos, they boomed up they boomed it up. They didn't do that. Nothing stopped them from doing it. They didn't boom it up. Know why, y'all? They wasn't investing. I told you all that small part of investment don't mean nothing. Back in the day, the 70s, 80s, give me some houses, some real estate, some property. That's old stuff. They didn't know no better, y'all. I'm telling you, it's all showing now. You got the proof they wasn't investing in tech. You got the proof. You have the proof. They wasn't investing. They was on these apps like everybody else. But nobody gonna talk about how these apps made all that money. Like how Tesla made a nice flip a couple years ago. Everybody got paid. Dude, you got the proof. They was not investing. Their whole thing was, I got the money, I buy stuff, I show it off. They were keeping the money for the clout, meaning I don't want to spend nothing. If I spend something, my net worth gonna go down a little bit. Then I gotta pay people. I don't want no payroll $1 million. I don't want no payroll 200 million. I don't want no payroll of $10 million. I don't want that payroll. I don't want, you get what I'm saying? This is what they doing everything on a low level, hiring friends, dealing with people they've been down with. They don't want to pay people, y'all. They don't want to pay people. When you got a certain amount of money like that, y'all, you get them geniuses in that room, you pay people, man, you gonna win. They wasn't doing that. So you looking at, they was just dealing with things on a street, urban, hood mentality. I got money, I buy cars, I'm gonna just prove to them I'm still on the block. I'm gonna just prove to everybody I'm still winning. I got chains, I'm gonna just prove to them, just keep proving to that community I'm getting money. But meanwhile, no business, no real investments. Real investments, guys. Real investments. You invested 100 mil, it flipped to 800 mil of investment. Not I bought all these properties just to keep money coming in for me to spend. That's not nothing, y'all. I'm just being honest. Once you make it, you make it. It's levels. So they kept playing around with that little billion. They didn't understand time had changed or money had changed, because a billion is really 500,000. It's really 400,000. All right? The same way a grand is not really a grand. Now, my people, y'all know this. $1,000 ain't really $1,000 for real, because money is different. Then on top of that, when that money got to be taxed, told you it's a fantasy land. Yeah, you claiming you got $1 billion, but in reality, you only got like 380 million for real. In reality, you got 400 million. Get it? That's the game. So it's showing now. When the posting is over, and the Rolexes, the watches, the cars don't matter no more. Now you're getting excuses. So Floyd Mayweather is saying he can't read, like, meaning he was saying he's not book smart. He's not book smart. Basically, guys, what you expect. I'm not book smart. But I am smart in survival. I am smart with common sense. Like I said, he's right on that part. Now, let's, once again, he's clarifying my family straight. I still own my stuff. I still got my properties. I still got what I got. But he was talking from a loser perspective. Like, basically, he was talking like, if it all ends today, I'm still okay. And how you know that? He's on YouTube explaining himself on all these platforms. So once I saw him explain himself, I already know what time it is. Like, yeah. And once I start seeing what they really saying about him, because I always tell you guys, you just getting one perspective. When Joe Rogan been said a long time ago, and Dana White offered to loan him some money, I knew what time it was. No, you have to tap dance to that community you was flossing on, because you got to make it look good. That's all they do, y'all. Floss on you and come back on you later with stories. Meanwhile, the reality is he's sinking. All right? And Logan Paul said Floyd, he won his $1.5 million. And he's throwing you under the bus. And he's not playing. Here you go right here. Paul claimed earlier this year that Mayweather had pre-sold the fight rights. Pre-sold the fight rights to a company in the Middle East for $10 million in cash, using Paul's name and image to seal the deal. According to Paul, the agreement gave him 15% of that amount, which adds up to $1.5 million he's chasing. So he's saying Floyd used his name to get that deal. But at the end of the day, Floyd didn't give him that percentage. So I told you they were, oh man, I think they were getting set up. I think they were getting set up. So remember months ago, I told you I figured it out. They were dealing with foreign entities. They were dealing with foreign entities for that money, because foreign entities was paying them for their name and face and to clean up companies. Remember T.I. got caught up in that Bitcoin thing, Soldier? You kept hearing about entertainers, this one and the third getting caught up with this, that, and the third foreign product, or a jerk, or whatever the product ain't right. They was, guys, y'all don't have no clue what was going on. Told you they were finessing y'all. They were finessing their own community for other people. Then I told you the last step was foreign entities start paying them to sit on this platform we on right now. The biggest trick happened, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is why y'all don't understand the concept of freedom. We already came to a point where, Floyd, you ain't got to take money from nobody no more. Didn't I tell you their whole thing is taking money, deals. Well, what I'm trying to tell you is, in the end, he got caught up taking all those damn deals. I told you guys, this is the game they've been playing. Taking deals from corporations, still talking that black talk. Taking money from corporations, still talking that black talk. Taking money from Logan Paul, talking that black talk. Told you that's what got their ass in trouble, y'all. That's what they were doing, y'all. Meaning, using Jake Paul for $10 million. Oh man, Jake Paul, he ain't nobody, man. Or Logan Paul, he ain't nobody. I pay him when I feel like it. See what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you done got the money, ran off, told him some BS. Cause you Floyd, I'm Floyd Mayweather, man. I'm getting this money because of me, not you. You see what I'm saying? But meanwhile, I need you for the package deal. I told you they all do the same thing. But I was telling you, right? I think the last deals they were doing were setting them up. Because remember, this means something. So, Floyd, you're not doing business with nobody in your own country, but you're doing business with them overseas. And you're using other people's name. So y'all, on paper, it don't look right. You guys been dealing with too many foreign entities. That's a lot of their problems, y'all. I know. Remember I told you I know why the tariffs came down to stop all that movement from overseas? Because that's where they would get most of their money. You see them brands they all push? You're gonna see them brands stop moving for a minute because them tariffs went up. All those products they were pushing to y'all online was coming from overseas, man. Meaning they wasn't spending none of them dollars here. And they wasn't helping. They wasn't stimulating our economy, y'all. They wasn't breaking bread with certain corporations. They wasn't doing certain things. They were just taking money. So this is when I tell you that he's smarter than them. Now let's go back to that Target deal. No, he ain't stupid. Target want to make some money off him too. You ain't gonna just take money from the corporations. They want to make money off you too. So with him, with Target, it's not about him making money off Target. It's about Target getting a piece of that action. Get it? Corporation. So tell you, man, all these years of them collecting money, but they ain't start no corporation. They not working with no corporations on a certain level. They're all dirty, meaning they can't even be on certain commercials. Now, for those who don't get this dirt, what I'm talking about, all dirty characters gonna stay online. You think of a laundry commercial, and you think about Floyd Mayweather on a Tide commercial, Gain, laundry detergent. See that? Now, Floyd might could do that, but he wasn't doing stuff like that. They wasn't doing commercial stuff. They were doing everything underground, hood, street. Remember, he ain't educated like that. This is what I was talking about with American brands. If you ain't on TV with American brand, y'all act like y'all forgot back in the day, like to order things. Michael Jordan gonna be the face of McDonald's. He gonna be the face of Gatorade. He gonna be the face of Nike. Each person the face of some corporation, entity. You know what I'm saying? Meaning clean household name that the corporations decided in the boardroom, we're gonna get this person right here to rep our brand, or we're gonna do business with this person. All right. Now you're gonna see, since everybody got dirtied up, it's not like that. So this is what I meant by their life is Instagram and YouTube. That's the only place they're seen and heard and believed. I'm not playing with y'all. It's just the truth. The only places they're seen, heard, and believed. Outside of that, nowhere. Floyd Mayweather could talk about his excuses all day. If I watch television, guys, I won't see him not one bit. Meaning nobody gonna hear his excuses. Because in the real world, nobody's listening to him. You know what I'm saying? If that fight ain't taking place, nobody cares, y'all. So let's move on. Jake Paul said he won his 1.5 million. You have your proof right here. Jake Paul claimed earlier this year that Mayweather had pre-sold the fight rights to a company in the Middle East for $10 million in cash. That's why he in trouble. Nobody looking at Floyd? Ain't no telling how much cash you done took on the side. See what I'm saying? Told you in the end, you can make you look like an extortionist. Oh, you manipulating the young boys, huh? You got a little Devontae Davis. You got this one, that one, huh, Floyd? Oh, okay. So you want to tap dance your fights. You ain't knocking nobody out. You ain't really no real boxer. You just doing it for money. Your name Money Mayweather, okay? So now you want to just get all the money, get these deals. Okay, Floyd, all right. And I'm telling you what happened to him. They fixing his ass. They fixing him nice right now. Yup. The key thing, Floyd Mayweather's done. Know why? They got him on this right here. Meaning, I know what's up. You took $10 million from an overseas company. That's a strike against you. Now you see that being that America having all these celebrations, you guys ain't American. You guys deal with too much foreign stuff. Foreign beliefs, foreign money, foreign everything. Told you you're going to get that justice. Now I'm going to show you. If Floyd was breaking bread with the right people in his country, he wouldn't be in this trouble. What else I said? My opinion throughout the years, I think other people try to work with him and network with him, but I think his arrogance was like, he didn't want to. I think he want to do things his way. And y'all know they play this game where you can be the guy power. Okay, I'm telling you, family, the only reason why a lot of them got spared because the powers knew they had the communities behind them. When y'all always want to talk about the power of the community, your power is when you get behind rich people and become their muscle and backing. That is your power, aka the pawns. As pawns, y'all protected y'all kings and queens to help them get more richer. Corporations know that. It ain't about Floyd and this one and that one. If we do them a certain way, we got to deal with those fans. We got to deal with their supporters. Here they go with this boycott stuff. They do these boycotts. So guess what they did? We made a virtual world where they can boycott all they want, but they ain't going to stop no money now. They didn't get what happened to them. They didn't get the world shifted from their reality. See, they used to protesting and having a way or threatening to shut down companies. But now we in a world where it's virtual. This is what I told y'all. The whole thing started, in my opinion, that taking a knee was a threat to corporation. When you think of a football game, it ain't just the NFL. NFL get millions from other corporations because they want those commercials to play, advertising dollars. So when you guys threaten to strike, You threaten to stop watching. You scare our advertisers. You threaten to collapse our leagues. You always threaten to boycott. So we created a world. We don't care what you do because it's all virtue now. You ain't going to boycott Amazon. It ain't going to work. It's worldwide. You ain't going to boycott. It don't matter what you boycott. Every app is online. You can boycott Macy's. It's online. You ain't going to stop it. You can boycott Gucci. It's online. You ain't going to stop it. You can boycott whatever you want. You ain't going to stop it now. I told you. They created a world where you're going to go to sleep and then everything around you going to speed up and change. Oh, they talking about strike? Make the games pay-per-view. We're going to get our money regardless. Oh, they don't want to watch? Make it pay-per-view. We'll collect our dollars. And on top of that, we'll make money from every other country. So let them strike all they want. Told you it's a reason why. So being that they always threaten to strike, now what we're going to do is, being that they get behind these people, we're going to let them watch the people they look up to get broke down. Since y'all got all y'all faith and pride in these rich guys, we're going to chop them down real quick to show you. This what you guys support? Oh, you guys call yourself going to rally against some things? Well, let's see how you do it now. We're going to chop all your greatest. Chop their ass down. Now what you got? A bunch of excuses. A bunch of old stories. A bunch of recreations. But you're not seeing forward progress 2026. My people in football, you know what forward progress means. I don't care if it's a yard, 2 yards, 3 yards. Forward progress, right? No, they ain't getting no forward progress. Told you, I didn't assume where this come from. 2018, taking that knee. Then you think about who was in the office when y'all was taking those knees. And I told you, according to my assumption, they said it ain't going down like that this time. And they created a whole world around you. It started in the pandemic because they told you life is never going to be the same. But what you didn't know when the pandemic started, you're going to be in a house, and for you guys, it's never going to be the same again. You had to be sit down. You took a knee 2018, about 2 years later, you was in that house. That's right. What they do, we're going to shut down and reset the whole market. We're going to shut down everything, and then we're going to do a test to see how we can run everything without them. Meaning, everybody's going to be in the house. So we're going to start this new form of consumership. Not just online, deliveries. We're going to start all different ways of making money without them. And that's what they did. We also going to learn how to run businesses without them. We're going to learn how to function at the job with people at home. And we also going to do tests to see if kids get smarter when they go home. Meanwhile, when it's all said and done, they ain't going to know what happened. See, before the pandemic, this didn't exist. Medicaid scams, nope. But ever since that pandemic, they all been getting arrested. They all been going down. They all been going down one way or another, whether financially, they becoming, look, they getting their first felonies in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. They getting their first felonies, y'all, after teenagers, after 20s, getting their first felonies as grown-ups. Yup. Told you I had no clue. No, I told you got to connect the dots. When you poor, this how it ends for you. When you rich, this how it ends for you. Excuses. All right? That's it. I'm saying it for a reason, so you will get a lot of this clear that this is not for no reason, and it's not just happening. You watching a build-up that it all came out this summer. Floyd Mayweather dismisses Logan Paul's $1.5 million claim. So not only is Floyd sinking, he owes Logan Paul. I also think Logan Paul is one of the people that told on Floyd. All right? The 49-year-old star has been making headlines over the past few months for some unfortunate reasons. It was announced that Mayweather will rematch Manny Pacquiao this coming September at the Sphere in Las Vegas. However, that planned clash was recently canceled. So when y'all said that Mayweather fight got canceled against Pacquiao, y'all was telling the truth, meaning it was correct. So he got a fight canceled in Greece that was supposed to be June. That got canceled. That's no more. Floyd been missing money. So he got a June fight canceled. He was banking on his Pacquiao fight, what it looked like. That got canceled. No, he's sinking. Not only that, but Mayweather's financial problems have been extremely well documented over the past few months, with UFC boss Dana White even attempting to help him out. So if you see that right there, the UFC boss offer to help Floyd, man, it's for real, y'all. That's how you know it's for real. No. Told you that network stuff don't mean nothing no more online. I told you our numbers don't mean nothing online no more. Don't. The proof is in the pudding. Remember that old saying? The proof is in the pudding. Numbers don't mean nothing. Why? Kanye told you they was allowed to finesse numbers. They was allowed to fabricate numbers. The same way they can fabricate their real name. They can fabricate numbers. Numbers don't mean nothing, y'all. They don't. They don't no more. They understand y'all world was money and numbers. Y'all always in the cheat codes. So what happened is, like I told you, y'all gonna take bait on so much stuff. But when AI come out and the proof come out that you guys ain't really like that, y'all fabricate numbers, which really means you steal and scam. Cheating with numbers is scamming. Whether it's legit or not, it's legal. It's really scamming. All right? You're cheating, which means you're scamming, which means you should not be trusted. That's why they got these new systems set up. When you guys are fabricating numbers, but you don't have a real fan base like that. You don't have a real following. You're swindling companies. Do you think we're going to pay you $5 million for a pay-per-view fight when we done did an AI fact check on your Instagram and find out most of your followers are fake? We found out you really only got 1.2 million and the rest of them are fugazi. So you think we're going to pay you on that? Meanwhile, we have no proof of how much viewership you're going to bring us. That's what the AI about. They didn't know. The corporation didn't tell them. Fake numbers is considered scamming, y'all. Meaning, put yourself in the executive chair for a second. Floyd, you about to do business with Floyd. Floyd is demanding he wants 20 million for something. Floyd tells you, man, I got 20 million. I got 20 million people that follow me. I want 20 million. Your company does homework. Y'all come to the conclusion Floyd only got 1.2 real followers. How would you feel about that? And this man talking junk to you about what he wants. And you find out his numbers ain't even real. Then what else you got to look at their numbers? Guys, just like everybody channel. If Floyd Mayweather had a channel, if a celebrity had a channel since if they had an Instagram since 2011, duh. What else does it mean? We also know since 2011, guys, you have gotten 3, 4, 5 different phones. You have started up more than one account. Some of them accounts are dead accounts. Some of them accounts are quadruple accounts. Those numbers never meant what they're supposed to mean. You know what numbers they want to know? Floyd, we pay you how many exact people are going to buy this fight. We want to know your exact fan base. Who really follows you? Okay, you got merch? We can check your. We can back up with your merchandise sales. Okay. Instagram said you got this much. We found out you only got 1.2 million. Now, Floyd, can we see your records on your merch? Now we want to see how much merch are you actually selling. Because if you really got followers like that, you really got a fan base, your merch should be selling. We should at least get 1 million. We should at least be able to track 1 million hats sold. We should be able to track 1 million t-shirts sold. Get it? We should be able to track these things through sales if you have a real fan base. Are you getting it now, y'all? So y'all know what I've been saying about entertainment and these sales. So y'all, I'm a troll, y'all. I be trolling. They can easily be exposed now through their sales of merchandise, ticket sales, merchandise. That's how the companies track them for real. Remember, it might say I got all these subs, but I only have a certain amount of supporters. Why? A lot of people are gone. A lot of people just tap in. They come and go, whatever it is. But I only have a certain core fan base. And it's not what you see on that subscribers. That's not what it is. But that's everybody. And I told you that was the game with the corporations now. Yeah, yeah, CBS is free. Yeah, all that stuff is free. But these corporations want to know exactly how many people watch them. They want to know the exact fact. Because now it coincides with the deals and advertisement. The advertisements are important more than all of us. All right? Those advertisers want proof of numbers before they drop the bag on you. Got it? That's what happened. And I told you how every platform got the pressure on them. These numbers must be proven. So that's why I've been throwing things at you like, are things getting better or worse? This the facts. if people have real influence, if people have real finances, if people are so successful at what they do, why things not getting better? You getting it? All right. Because a lot of it was manufactured and artificial. So therefore, it is not transitioning in a new world. Everything real will always transition. How long have Adidas, Nike, and Puma's been? How long have they been out? Throughout the years, doesn't Nike transition? Doesn't Puma transition? Doesn't Adidas transition every year? Even though they've been out for how many years? 50 years plus, right? All right, transition. Things supposed to always get better, not worse. When you got all these people claiming success, but it doesn't get better, you have your proof, y'all. It don't get better for them individually. It don't get better as a whole. You have the proof they have not sat in no boardroom and did nothing. And it's just showing now. What you see Floyd doing is what they all did online for 15 years. Just show you money in the bag. Does it look, I don't want to say the word. How does it look now? Okay, we're looking at money in the bag. What is that? What does that mean now, y'all? See, I got money. What does it mean now, y'all? When you in the gym talking about, I'm not book smart. No, y'all, the facade is over. Let's go. Floyd Mayweather. Paul won his money. This was Floyd Mayweather's called out for owing $1.5 million to Jake, brother Logan. Long story short, this is what Floyd Mayweather had to say. I wish him nothing but the best. Mayweather said he could have came and talked to me. He said he wish him the best, meaning he has no response. He's saying you owe him 1.5. Do you owe him or not, Mayweather? You supposed to say, I owe him nothing. I guess you do owe him, man. Mayweather, why you so humble now, man? Let's go. It's that money, y'all. So anytime Dana White, the head of the UFC, attempted to help Floyd out, there's your proof, man. Let's continue on. Because the thing is, a lot of his money that he does have is still tied into stuff. And what they saying about Floyd is this. It ain't the fact of what he got now. They saying he got stuff pending, which means he gonna lose some of that money he got. He got lawsuits pending. Let's move on, y'all. Now, y'all heard about the rapper Sparky D that passed away. One of the first female rappers. But here it go, y'all. Remember I told you y'all department's always going to be dark, sad, depressed, unsung? And did not tell you, for some reason, in this culture, especially rap, it ends bad for them in the end. It always ends bad. Who was Sparky D? Addiction, struggles, and more. See that? It's designed where when these guys pass, they get no glory in the end. So you got it, man. You don't got to know. You might not know who she is, but they're going to let you know she was an addict. We're going to leave it alone, y'all. Because I want to show you from Sparky D to Cardi B. Something, I don't know what's going on with Cardi B, y'all. Looks to me like she being left out to dry. I don't know what's going on with her, man. Stuff is weird. Now, y'all will see this. Remember when Cardi B was with Offset and they had the kids? It was at one point she looked like she was happy. But you'll see that's not the case no more. All right. Cardi B speaks for colored people, man. That's just what it is. You see her yellow hair, right? I don't even have to use that other word no more that start with a B. I can just say colored now. That's who they are. You don't believe me? You do. Essence Awards. This is what Cardi B was doing her talk. Get it? All right. Let's go. Let's go. Now, here we go, y'all. Now, she was speaking for the urban community. Cardi B continues to use her platform to advocate for the history of Black African Americans to be properly taught in schools. They want to diminish slavery as free labor, but it wasn't free labor. It was inhuman. It was torture, the worst in humankind history. That's what Cardi B said, y'all. Don't forget the main thing Cardi B said out her mouth was the word schools. She's speaking on how your history needs to be taught properly in schools. Guys, my opinion, your history should be taught in your house. Y'all want to talk this talk, right? Who did the education in y'all families? Did y'all not get educated by your elders first? Education starts in the house. Any race, any people, no matter where they're from, where does the education start from? If a child is born today and his family is from Europe, are they not going to teach them about where they're from? You know your family was from this country. That it's culture, right? It's taught in the house, not in school. So you guys are all backwards. You go to school to learn about other stuff, math, science. I've seen people saying, that's why I hate social studies. No, that's why you don't know nothing. Social studies. You have no social skills, no studying skills neither. Therefore, you don't know your history. Everything they told us meant something, y'all. It's just that we didn't understand it. Everything was given to you, but you develop a rebellious spirit of you know what. And they lied to us. Well, if they did lie to you, it's still your job to find out the truth. Did you find out the truth? You have no social skills. You don't study, but you talk a lot. That's your problem. And you've been talking for so many years. They only want you to talk now to embarrass yourself. See the man standing right there? That's the guy to the left, Andy. That's the guy that started Housewives of Atlanta. He owns that. He's the one that made Nene Leakes a star. He's the one that paid them. But let's go back to this again, because remember, it's a pity party, y'all. It's a big pity party. She continues to use her platform for the history of Black African Americans to be properly taught in schools. You guys need to be properly taught in schools. That's what somebody said. Y'all need to be properly taught. We'll leave it at that, y'all. That's why I'm showing y'all this. National TV. Let's go. Cardi B warns of history erasure in school during CNN. A couple years ago, remember when I did a special for everybody that been tapped in, family? Remember when I did an episode specifically for people? I said, they becoming history. I said they gonna be history. Are you watching it? What is she talking about? How their history being erased. Oh, how many times I said the word is they ain't nothing to look up to no more anyway. I kept telling them, you can't have it both ways. You can't do the most horrific stuff the past 15 years to each other. You can't do the most horrific things to each other, display the most forms of ignorance after you guys got the president you wanted. So what's the proof? They got the president they wanted. Did they get better after that, or did they get worse? These are the questions they never want to acknowledge and ask. These are the questions of reality that everybody's scratching their head trying to understand. Why are they never happy? They get what they want, but they're never happy. They get what they want, they're happy like kids. And then when you say time's up, okay, it's time to be serious, they get upset like kids. They never acknowledge the good, they always acknowledge the bad. They won't acknowledge when they was winning. They won't acknowledge when they were doing great things. But when it's gone, they complain. I told y'all now it's looked at as delusional behavior. It looks like crybabies, incompetent, didn't grow up, still don't understand where they're from because they don't understand all of the things they talk about are their psychological dramas. The psychological dramas they experience is that they don't know nothing. But they think they know everything. That's what makes it psychological. Think they know a lot, talk a lot, but don't know nothing. And when I say don't know nothing, they don't even know the basics. They don't, right? Because they have listened to online stuff too long. So that's why I say she's talking to colored people, because she ain't talking to everybody. Colored people are the people that don't know what time it is and they don't really know too much, and their whole perspective is colors. Get it? That's their whole life. So I'm saying that, and you got it. When you see CARDI, you're going to see them colors. Period. So somebody said, I love how CARDI is setting the record straight and giving y'all a history lesson. She is Afro-Caribbean, giving y'all a hip, schooling them. You got it, y'all. The same one allegedly that cooked their ass, said they bald-headed, all that. Now she's schooling them. But if Cardi B is schooling y'all, what does that say about you? I'm not knocking Cardi for what she's doing, but I want you to see how it's being portrayed. I want y'all to see how it's being portrayed. Cardi is y'all voice, and she dropping science. She's schooling y'all. Wow. Wow. Man, Afro-Caribbean. Never heard of that. See how these guys are? I love how CARDI is setting the record straight and giving y'all a history lesson. Wow. This is some deep stuff. Why is CARDI doing that talk? Because she was headlining that Essence. So y'all guys, this stuff ain't what it used to be. Y'all been holding on to names. These are not the companies your ancestors grew up on. Meaning, these are not the same companies. They don't represent what they used to represent no more. Get it? No, that's when it was black success. This has nothing to do with that. All this stuff had to do with colored people. All right, let's go. So the word is, Cardi B dropped jewels, and she spoke up for your community. She spoke up for the blacks. But at the same time, if you really get what's going on, it's being portrayed as something else. I'll give you a hint. Y'all used to have some highly educated people talking for y'all. Y'all had people with degrees, all types of experience in speech, lectures, history. Y'all had some highly educated people talking for y'all. But this is who speaks for you now. And it's also throwing shots at y'all. Y'all so sorry y'all can't represent yourself. And y'all are so sorry that other people got to speak up for you. Man. Essence Awards. Why? Y'all don't have no more stars. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. The problem is y'all don't have no other voices. Told you, no such thing as black excellence no more. Therefore, nobody's pandering. So this is who they are now. Cardi B warns of erasure in schools during CNN. You know what's really going on? When it's a classroom, it's like everybody don't want to hear those stories no more. It happened already. All that education was for that time, because now you can learn about anything you want to learn about. And they don't teach their kids nothing anyway. They all failing. So why the hell are we going to keep these things going in school? All right, knock it off. I'm saying it for a reason, y'all, because check it out. I love how CARDI is setting the record straight and giving y'all a history lesson. There you got it, y'all. No, this who they are now. All right? So it sounds good, but they colored people. See their hair? All right. They a bunch of colors. Pick one. This is who they are now. That's why CARDI said she's talking this talk because of the Essence Festival, which is cool. But I want y'all to get, they don't speak for everybody. All right? No, this is who they are. Get it? This is who they are. Colored people. I'm just showing you, y'all. Meaning, you can't have it both ways. And that's your problem. 1 minute you're talking education. 1 minute you call yourself standing up for rights. But every time you're free to express yourself, these are the only rights you expose. These are the only rights you express. Meanwhile, people look at you sideways now. You're not taken serious. It's a big joke. Because you guys are grown now. But this is all you do. All right? So this is who you are now. And here's the joke. Salute the bro for sending me this. Salute punches. Here's what they're already saying about y'all, what I already assumed. I assumed this before I saw the picture. I saw the vision already. This is what archaeologists, hold up, archaeologists will find in 500 years from now. They say in 500 years from now, when they dig y'all up, this is what they're going to see. Your life is predicted. Your life is scripted. I already visualized this. When everybody get old, and this was really going to be happening. Here's the joke, y'all. I told you, you guys are the joke. The joke is counterfeit, knockoff, everything fugazi. Your people was not that. So I'm always tell you, stop claiming the clout of the people you not. Back in the day, Essence was something different. Back in the day, your people stood for something different. Everything that goes on now is one thing. Hey, I ain't knocking it. But stop clout chasing your ancestors. You ain't do nothing. Stop clout chasing. You everything but that. You ain't nothing. You ain't no Madam C.J. Walker. You ain't nothing. You ain't even Rosa Parks. They wasn't in the circus. They were fighting not to be colored people. They were just straight up and down. They wasn't with all that. So, this is why nobody want to hear that talk no more, y'all. And I always try to tell these people, behind y'all back, y'all are roasted and disrespected every day. Not for your skin color, for the stuff that comes out your mouth. Got it? They saying this is what they going to find on your people years from now. You know how they dig up everybody's stuff later? Oh, man, the Egyptian civilization was so great. This civilization, the Greek, they were so great. When they dig y'all up, they say they're going to find. All right? What is the key? Thank you for this, bro. I told y'all the word is, it was the phones that did it to you. See that corpse with that phone? Y'all didn't get. Y'all were the only ones that fell a victim to the phone. Since the phone came out, they didn't get smarter, did they? Did they get better or worse since the phone came out? Well, since they taught race, look at every other race. Since that phone came out, the other people get better or worse? Who's the only one? If you had to prove the only ones affected or result from the phone, who would it be? Who are the most affected by it? Who are the ones that always got it in their hand? Who the one that walk with it in public looking at it? Who the one that be at the job looking at it all day? Who the one that always, they could be at the gas, they could be in the store. Who the one got in their hand every day 24/7, looking at it 24/7, 24/7? Who? Who the one main one accused of doom scrolling? Who the main followers that follow everybody? Who the ones that fight online and argue with you? Who the ones that leave big ass paragraphs like they in school? Who do all that stuff? Who do not have fun on these apps? Who do not enjoy themselves? All right. Who's the biggest follower? Well, the proof is the biggest follower is the one that looks different before this thing started. Everybody else looks the same exact way before this thing started. Somehow you look different. Somehow your community different. Everything about y'all different. But where'd it come from? Well, everybody knows their device. This is a symbolism of that phone was y'all downfall. So 500 years from now, this is how y'all gonna look. That's for anybody that followed that phone. Anybody. You see that phone? So what did I tell you? They only sustained their career all these years by taking a bunch of pictures. And it's their pictures that finished them. Why? Ciara wasn't dancing. No, Ciara gonna do that one little drop. Ciara gonna always do that booty drop and twerk them legs. That's she gonna do that same drop she did in that video 2004. It works every time, but that's all they've been doing. If I asked you, when the last time Ciara dropped the album, you tell me. You tell me. All right. They don't have no talent. They are irrelevant. This is what they known for. I told you what they known for. Diddy parties. I'm saying that because all they've been doing is taking pictures, but the era of taking pictures is over, which means no forward progress. You can take all the pictures you want. They telling you no more forward progress. This is what got y'all over online, but now you don't exist. Word is the phone took y'all out. AKA these apps y'all follow to the end. That's it. I don't want to use certain words. My smart people know exactly what those phones did. Rihanna wears lobster claw in her hair while leaving New York City hotel. There you have it. Didn't I tell you guys these ain't no topics no more? Rihanna wears a lobster claw on her hair. Is that news? Wow. I told them this stuff doesn't work. We're not in that era. If Taylor Swift just dropped news, she having a wedding in Madison Square Garden. Do you see how it makes this look very young? Rihanna wears lobster claw on her hair. I told them all, it's a reason why y'all culture is failing. Y'all not talented no more. A world of followers, clones, and has-beens, copycats, nothing else. They got so caught up in taking pictures. You know what happened? They got caught up in a world of making things look like and not actually doing. Because you know why they kept taking all those pictures? Because of this. They know this what y'all want to see all day. They know y'all love it. Y'all do it, and they going to do it because you love it. Now they're going to turn back around after all this and say Cardi B is educating y'all. Wow. Why they call color people? Because you're going to see every color except for black. And what Teyana don't understand is, Teyana, you ain't supposed to be doing this kind of stuff. You're still trying to be ratchet and hood. But little do you know, they might not put you in another movie again. Because you have a little bit of success and you're showing you don't know how to act. And I'm telling you what's going to happen, y'all. And Ciara ain't stupid. You know what Ciara doing? That's why I'm showing you this picture. She know Teyana popping. So this Ciara way of making herself relevant. Get it? Meanwhile, what Teyana don't know, you are not that far away from Ciara than you think. All right. I want y'all to get it clear. Can you now see Instagram meant more to them than any other group of celebrities? Can you understand social media meant more to them than any other genre of music? That's why K-pop is winning. If I asked you the name of one K-pop superstar, could you tell me? Probably not. It's a reason for that. Damn, everybody name you know is losing. The people that's winning, you don't know them like that. See ASAP Rocky them? ASAP Rihanna wears a lobster claw. Your culture is boring and corny because this is what they post all day. Nothing. Now, when my homegirl Candace be talking, y'all know they don't like Candace. One thing I know about her, she don't bite her tongue. From what I know about me doing homework on Candace, you can say what you want about her. I saw her many times go out her way to tell those people the truth. And when she tell them the truth, what they do? Get mad. They go against her. But around here, we already know the biggest truth. She told us we ain't going there today. But what did she say today? Because she's free. She can talk a lot. Handlers are real. Candace Owen makes explosive claim. What's the claim? Well, you know how online a lot of y'all be with y'all stuff, right? You get it. They say the word is they got handlers. You know celebrities got handlers, right? Yeah, they got handlers. They got people tell them what to do and control them. But there you got it. She admitted it. Handlers are real. Yes, some of them do have handlers. I tell you, the code word they call managers. They call many different things. Handlers. Handlers are real. Ask about ASAP and them. ASAP, Rocky, and Rihanna. You think they got handlers? There's only two things. Either you got power or you got handlers. It's only two things. All right. See, when you got handlers, they can portray you as youngsters. Even though you're almost 40, handlers can portray you as youngsters and not as kings and queens because you got handlers. Handlers are real. Watch. Now look at this. I want y'all to see this topic. I want y'all to see how this stuff is posted. Watch Michael Rubin gather wealthy and famous. Watch him do it. Because on every level, it's handlers. Hey, these guys are rich. Need somebody to keep their meaning. They rich, but we got to have somebody richer than them so they'll be humble. Watch Michael Rubin gather the wealthy. What Candace Owens just said? Handlers are real. Watch Michael Rubin gather the wealthy and famous. I was being nice this whole week. But I'm always going to show you reality, y'all. No matter what I talk about, what we talk about, don't matter the platform. 2 days, 3 reactions, 2 likes, no comments. I told y'all all, just enjoy the show. But everything ain't what you think it is. Just enjoy the show. All right? Candace Owens said handlers are real. Let's go back to Cardi B. Cardi B fears she might get in trouble as she hits out at the president. Cardi B never spoke like this. What is she doing all this talking? Uh-oh. Here you got it, y'all. I already told you what's up with Cardi B. I already told your career's over. I already said I think Cardi B been sent to the wolves, meaning her career's over. You know how they say they come to the house, we need at least one of y'all. You got to give somebody up. If you give somebody up, we'll be all right now. Remember back in the day, they had a lynch mob, and they said, we need somebody. You better give somebody up now. Y'all decide on it. Get somebody up. Then they come out the house, somebody by the collar. Take this one. Here you go. That's happening to Cardi B. Tell you what's happening to some of them, man. They getting thrown to the wolves. Meaning, set up a failure. Cardi B was going against the president on a 4th of July weekend. How y'all think it's going to end around here on this channel? We already laughed already, man. Y'all already know what's up. Her career is over already, y'all. I'm going to say now, she ain't never coming back out. On national TV, and you see Andy Cohen shaking his head, right? Hey, look, that's why I show you. You got to see the gestures. The gestures, they always going to tell you. You see, when Cardi B was talking about one topic, she was talking about education in y'all schools. You see Andy Cohen, I'm saying right there. But then you're going to see when she started talking about the president, Andy Cohen, like, oh, I don't know about that. You start scratching his head like, I ain't with all that. I ain't with all. No, you being set up, Cardi. They made you be the face to fight. Because remember, they got to have people to fight. Get it? You know it's 2 sides. But nobody want to put it on their face. Nobody with a career to lose. Nobody that want to still eat and survive. They don't want to put it on their face that they going against 47. So I think somebody made Cardi B do it. Catch my drift? Cardi B fears she might get in trouble as she hits out at the president. Get it? Talking smack, y'all. So now you pay attention to Cardi B career. Now I'm just showing y'all some of the things I have been trying to tell y'all. I have been trying to tell y'all things out of love. It's not from hate. It's just that so many people are hard-headed, you can't be nice to them. And I also understand, for me to keep it real with them, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. And all I've been trying to do is save them from themselves. Save them from themselves. They're buried in a world of darkness. Darkness is also considered not knowing, ignorant. And I wanted them to all know that if they keep indulging in their ignorance, they're going to bury themselves. Because I told them all, certain things will not be tolerated. They're not playing with. They're not playing with that dividing stuff. When I told y'all all, after elections, from what I noticed, now America's won. I showed y'all pictures of all type, man. I showed y'all so much. I said, man, everybody's trying to get on one accord. And I told you, everybody going against the grain is going to be considered something else. The vice president, make sure y'all get this part clear. You still don't want to accept certain stuff, right? All right. Get this right. The vice president urges Americans to reject those who talk obsessively about America's imperfections and sin instead of greatness. They're wrong. Telling you, they already know it's a lot of people going against the grain. That's what it's called. Going against the grain 24/7. But they still didn't understand. The more they talking, somehow it's a hot ass summer and everything they love is disappearing. They didn't understand when they talk this time, somehow they're going to have a lot of financial problems. So when Cardi B talking about certain stuff getting wiped out of school, they still don't get it yet. He urges, this is what, now I'm showing you what the president telling you that I've been telling y'all since 2024. This is a warning. This might be your last warning. Because what do I know? They already got task force. They already got the task force looking over the welfare system. But when they've been looking over that welfare system, you better also understand they've been looking for who on their welfare system running their mouth. Talking about what? Obsessively talking about America's imperfections. We know this place got a lot of dirt. We know that already. But it's a lot of good stuff, but you don't talk about that. So that's why I keep it balanced. I talk this reckless junk on here, but everybody got a membership, know all the great things I speak about. And everybody on this channel know, I'll tell you what it is. The first thing I told you, you guys are disrespecting your ancestors' history, and all your ancestors ever wanted for those who live a certain way was to be equal with that flag. Your people didn't come here claiming no other flag. I don't care where they came from. People been coming here for 500 years plus from everywhere. I don't care if they from the Virgin, I don't care where they was from. They wanted to be acknowledged for that flag right there. They wanted to be accepted. Which means when they was accepted and they laid down their legacy, all they wanted was their legacy to coexist right here. But you didn't get that part because you didn't understand freedom. You call yourself a freedom fighter, but freedom fighter really means you fight against freedom. That's why freedom fighters end up in prison. Revolutionaries end up in jail because you fighting yourself. When you free in your own country, it ain't no fight. But you base your life on what you believe. And what you believe is why you're not free. Because you believe whatever you read in here. Therefore, being that you didn't educate yourself modern, here's your last warning. Vance urges Americans to reject those who talk obsessively. Now remember, hear me, okay. You have the right to talk how you talk. You can say what you want to say, but the key word is obsessively. You won't stop. You got a problem, huh? You got a problem, huh? That's obsessively. You won't stop, huh? Okay. So all being that they won't stop, they want to keep preaching this division. They want to keep preaching everybody did them wrong. They want to keep bringing up all this old stuff. They don't want to bury the hatchet. Okay. Let them keep talking. And they telling Americans, stop listening to those idiots. You keep listening to idiots, you're going to be an idiot. That's why I told you freedom is something you got to know for yourself. I used to believe all that. That was a long time ago. So I'm going to tell you all, if you think I'm smart, if you think whatever you want to think about me, just get it right. The reason why I am the way I am, because I stopped believing all that stuff about 15 years ago. Because I understand I was a big dummy. Now let's get it. The vice president is, even though the head of security, all them been said, leave. They told everybody don't like it, leave. Anybody not from the country, they said, we'll pay for your ticket to leave. You ain't legit, you want to come back, we'll pay you $1,500 and your ticket to go and come back when you fix it. They gave all the warnings. That's why I told you not playing no more. They kept it real. They told the truth. I told y'all it's about unity and diversity. You got all these other people here. They still talking about white people. So, and they also saying, being that you don't like America so much, that's one thing. But if you think you're going to keep trying to spread it to other people, here you go. And they saying, look, they obsessively talk about America's imperfections and sin instead of greatness. Meaning they always talk about the negatives of America. Everybody know that old stuff is sin. Everybody know that. How everybody knows that. Guys, everything was going on in this land. Just know, everything that's illegal now, back in the day was legal. There was no such thing as penitentiaries in America. So imagine all that stuff was happening. There was a such thing as no Secret Service at one point. No such thing as FBI. That stuff didn't exist. You know how much stuff was going on here. There was no such thing as older and younger. They just did whatever they want. They made young people work in factories. No, a lot of stuff was wicked. That stuff is behind. But you won't let it go. So they telling you guys, all that stuff I told you, anti-American now is a threat. It's a problem. So they urging he's telling other Americans, look, don't listen to idiots. Don't follow them. Let them keep talking. People who obsessively talk about America's imperfection and sins instead of the greatness, they're wrong. But he also tells you a price to pay. If your family own homes, if you come from something here, what are you talking about? If Detroit was a majorly owned black city with all them black houses, what happened? Atlanta, all these places, what happened? You guys were free. What are you talking about? So my point is this. The freedom is in your history that you don't want to learn. And being that it made a lot of y'all delusional, you became a threat to normalcy. People that want to live a normal life, y'all are looked at as agitators, gaslighters. Y'all the ones, I told y'all, they the ones blamed for ruining these apps with agendas, nonsense, negativity 24/7. And the plan is to get rid of all of them. Okay, now, since I said these things, do you see people disappearing, y'all? How many times I got to tell you, these numbers online are not fake. Their numbers are showing you people are gone. They are gone. Meaning all the BSs are gone. The people that was playing around all day, they gone. They gone. So my people, they telling you all right here, man. Reject those who talk obsessively about America's imperfections and sins. I'm going to give y'all a clue. I'm going to keep telling you, they watching all y'all. So keep talking, y'all. So much more toxicity, racism, phobia. What are they talking about? Somebody is the main ones always being racist now. Told them they're the face of racism now. It's 60 years later. The word is they are super, super, super racist. That's the word. Drake becomes most streamed rapper on Spotify for 16 weeks straight. Allegedly. I guess. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. Mr. Marcellus Wiley, who also became a YouTuber. And Marcellus Wiley, I will tell you, you was rubbing me the wrong way because you try to come on after me too. All right? You was on national TV. You was cool. You worked for ESPN. You worked for Fox. But all you did come on YouTube was keep talking about your days of ESPN and my days of Fox. And I know Stephen A. Smith and this and that. And you sit there and use other people's content and all this other stuff. But when I told these people what YouTube is now in this department, a bunch of has-beens, sorry individuals, people that made it, they made it on national television. Now they're here doing what we do. And I don't know what they think in their mind, but I told them all this was their last stop. Now, Marcellus Wiley allegedly is in trouble for domestic violence, allegedly. But he's a YouTuber now, just like Shannon Sharp. But what I want to tell you is he already was accused for other stuff before that. Do you see them going into his files? All I'm going to tell you what they said about him is, when I read about him, I don't want to repeat it. Sound worse than Diddy to me. Sound worse than Shannon Sharp to me. I ain't gonna read it. Straight up. Just know, in April, filings and allegations of 2 women who said Wiley assaulted them between 95 and 99. These, meaning this has nothing to do with domestic stuff. It is people saying grooming. I just use the word grooming. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna say nothing. So I keep telling y'all the joke was on you. You know what the joke on y'all was? Everybody you watch gonna be dirty or failure or has been. That's all you're gonna see. And y'all gonna watch it every single day. Has been. The whole department, everybody used to be on TV and got fired. Other half is greedy. Most of them all failures. Told you they made an imaginary failure department of entertainment just for y'all because it's based on what you believe. You idiots watch failures. And on top of that, they all damn near been accused of the same thing as the diddler. That's the joke on you. Get it? That's the big joke. So remember, I keep telling you, I don't pick and choose. All right? Industry is industry. Money is money. Therefore, he was a YouTuber. Guess what else he was doing? He was talking too much. They don't know the purpose of them on YouTube is for the powers that be to watch them. The powers that be in big corporations be watching them. They are the threat that run their mouth. Get it? They the ones, meaning I done saw them speak on certain things, political and certain things. Yep. So there you got it, y'all. Breezy not playing. Chris Brown has the internet going. Wow. In 2 days, 3 reactions, 23 likes. He got the internet going wild. This right here was so disgraceful. I told y'all this stuff makes me depressed. Do y'all know Meek Mill and Will Smith did a show? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Didn't I tell you their career was over already? Don't believe what I said. Can you see how they performed the show and you didn't even know? I didn't even know it was 2 days ago. So here you have it, no career. 2 days ago, Meek Mill and the Fresh Prince on stage together. 2 days ago, no comments. Nobody cares, y'all. When I'm telling you, when people don't even want to roast you, when people too lazy to even put a man, they don't care about you. 2 days. Didn't I tell you Complex gonna go out of business? Shade Room. Okay, I keep telling them. Rock Nation Live do an event called One Philly, a unity concert. It was a free concert, Oh, got paid. He put Meek Mill in a free concert. Meek Mill and the Fresh Prince, Will Smith together, y'all. What the heck are we watching, y'all? Can somebody smack me? What are we looking at? The Fallen Ones is the name of this episode. Yeah, I told y'all doing better than celebrities now. The Fallen Ones. Once the fame is gone, they're finished, y'all. They're finished. Will Smith and Meek Mill perform under Rock Nation, meaning Jay-Z did them a favor, y'all. Jay-Z did them a favor. Will Smith is so much in the trash, y'all. He doing free concerts for people to like him. Did not tell you he was washed up. Did not tell you him and his wife been manufacturing all those topics. Did not prove to y'all out of all those fake Jada Will Smith topics, break up, get back together. I said all that shit fake. And I said they ain't never coming back. Bingo. Y'all have it, family. Will Smith is so low in the trash, he doing free concerts for Rock Nation with Meek Mill. Now, y'all know you can't get no lower than that. Family, we can do free concerts. We can do that. Will Smith doing free concerts, y'all. That man was getting 30, 40 million a movie. He's in the trash. He doing this for clout. He trying to get Philly back. Philly, please don't leave me, man. Don't turn your back on me, Philly, please. Please, I'm from Philly, man. Don't leave me, man. Will Smith going hard, y'all. They talking about Jada Pinkett living back in Baltimore. They're not telling you their ass kicked out of Hollywood, y'all. Meaning they might still got their home. I'm telling you, something going on with them. People forget Will Smith house caught on fire over there too. Not this time. Before that, their house caught on fire. I told them It's the reason why this online is trash. They kept talking about nobody's too long. Y'all kept talking about has-beens. Ever since somebody came back out rapping, this thing has been so dead. Meaning it's not even a real algorithm no more. It's not. Because it's nothing relevant. Meaning everything gonna fade. Or when I spoke about the only reason, see, it's a facade online. The only reason why it pops, because of the BET Award last week. What it do? It gave us something to talk about. If it's no events, it's nothing to talk about. If nobody doing nothing to talk about. Because they have no current projects. Got it? They're not currently on tour. They don't have nothing going on. Therefore, it's quiet. The big corporations are not giving them no money. Therefore, they don't have no summer. Got it? Free concert, no money. Now, they got paid. But the truth is, they needed this more than Jay-Z needed them. Meek Mill trying to stay relevant. Will Smith trying to stay relevant. I'm the one that said, in the end, when you put it together and look at what happened to Philly, boy, told you they being exposed of. So if Meek Mill and Will Smith got to perform together, one question for y'all. Do you think the Breakfast Club is going to do better? Is it going to grow? What makes it worse for Charlamagne, they post the Breakfast Club on YouTube. They post, I'm watching the television right now, y'all. They talking about Beyonce. Remember, okay, so yesterday's episode, when I spoke about the main purpose of her dropping is to block the shine of everybody else, mainly Yungmiami. So, as I'm talking to y'all, right, I'm watching today. They just spoke about Beyonce, a song dropping, national attention. I showed you that yesterday, what's going to happen. All right? So I told, it's not about if you like the song or not. The plan is to take over the summer. Once I saw on the TV, it's in effect. Now, if you don't hear Yungmiami no more, if she don't come out with another song after that, or she don't hit big, then you got it. Okay? And don't forget, they say 500 years from now, ladies, this is what they're going to find in y'all grave. It is being said, when they go to do research on y'all generation years from now, this is what they're going to find. This is a horrible joke. But guys, I want y'all to get, it's not about race no more. So since you think it's all about race, people can dish you so many different ways and don't even got to mention your race. This is the highest form of disrespect. But you also got to get this the disrespect you brought on yourself. Get it? Here you got it, y'all. Let's move on, y'all. Do you see Will Smith getting closer to 60, trying to turn into 23? Older he get? Now, I also told you, Will Smith is the same idiot that said, if I want to say 2 + 2 = 3, I can say that. You know, life is what you're thinking, whatever. All this BS doesn't work well. When you guys gonna admit everything you talked out your mouth and try to learn it don't work. Everything y'all promoted to your people was failure, bro. Will Smith, you allegedly even married in the end. Meek Mill and Will Smith did a free concert together in Philly, y'all. State Property was there too. It was said Beanie Siegel parked the truck outside. All right? This is how sorry they are. So if you don't want to believe me, don't believe me. But the reason why I know they sorry, I didn't even know about it till 2 days later. 2 days later. That's how you know they're irrelevant. When I'm online every day. You got it, y'all. You got it. Y'all are more popular than them now. Nope. Told you, man. When they take that camera off you, when they take that spotlight, when them corporations pull away from you, this is your end result. Now, Charlamagne, like I said, he's on iHeartRadio, which means you can find him on Pod. If you're on your phone, he on iHeartRadio. You got iHeart on your TV, he right there. He on Netflix. They got him on Netflix, and he's still failing. He's a liability. Charlamagne, they got the Breakfast Club on Netflix. If I don't listen to you on the radio, if I don't watch you, what makes you think I want to see you on Netflix? We go on Netflix to watch movies. Nobody go on Netflix to watch. I'm just being honest, y'all. If I can see the Breakfast Club anywhere, family, when you get on Netflix, what do you want to watch? You get on Netflix. Do your brain even think music when you get on Netflix most of the time? So I want you to get Charlamagne is on so many platforms, but somehow they still not winning. I told him money ain't gonna buy this one. So you got it, man. In the end, he won. Meaning, in the end, Will Smith ended up working for Jay-Z in the end. At a free damn concert. It ain't even like he collaborated with Jay-Z and got paid. Well, no, Will, it's a free concert. No, free fans, bro. I got the money already. You mean to tell me Jay-Z came to Philly, got the money first, and when Will Smith came, he didn't get nothing? Yup. You mean to tell me Will Smith couldn't even sell an arena in Philly and get the money on his own? Nope. That fool doing a free concert. You got it now, y'all. It's in your face. Jay-Z released the underrated album 13 years ago on the 4th. Guys, I've been pulling shenanigans on here, y'all. I've been perpetrating a fraud. I've been perpetrating a fraud, y'all. A whole week ago, 30 years after Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z's career, I've been perpetrating a fraud, y'all. I've been trolling my ass off, y'all. The reality is, y'all, ain't nobody winning. Nobody. All right? How you know that? Well, you only going to know, I'm going to tell you right now, the main way you're going to know when people winning is the algorithm start jumping, man. The numbers go up, not down. The lives go up. Everything start moving. Everybody popping this shit up. Bro, when it's dead, there's nothing going on for real. Also, it means a lot of topics are manufactured. Guys, your culture can't go forward with all y'all do is talk about old stuff every day, man. You know what I'm saying? Here you got it, y'all. I got another one for y'all. This right here tripped me out. Tell me you ever heard this one. Michael Jackson wanted to marry Beyonce. How many ever heard that rumor? Michael Jackson wanted to marry Beyonce. Now, I did hear he liked Beyonce. I heard that. I did hear he liked her music. I did hear he liked Beyonce. I also heard that Michael Jackson used to talk to Beyonce. I'm talking about like they communicate. I do know that much. But as far as he'll want to marry her, I don't know. Also, this could be a statement from before she got with Jay-Z. I don't know. But like I said, it's just always stuff coming out I never heard. Michael Jackson wanted to marry Beyonce. You got it, y'all. Let's go. What's up, Crawford? What's up? What's up? Shout out to the new people. All right. Y'all heard that before? I never heard that one. So y'all see it, man. I have no comment, man. This stuff just blows my mind. That's why I just show y'all. That's another reason why I don't just say it. I show y'all these things so you can see I didn't make it up. I don't want to be no gossiping fool. Now imagine I come on here, right? I don't show you the article and I just say, yo, I heard Michael Jackson and Beyonce was supposed to get, yo, look at me like a straight idiot. That's why I put this stuff up so y'all will always see for yourself. I'm not the one that make up these topics. I don't want no credit for these topics. I don't spill tea. You know what I'm saying? But here, I can be showing y'all this how far y'all culture is now. I think y'all culture is so sorry. Y'all got to make up news now. Y'all so sorry. Y'all got to make up stories on dead people. Oh, my God. Here go a challenge for y'all culture. Can you go a week without talking about dead people? Nope. Know why? You don't have nothing now. Let's go. Let me bring you up to date with some new stuff. Bring you up to date with some new information. Let's go, y'all. This the new shit. Google is now busting another move. You also now, they're making it now where you can also use Google to book restaurants. So say you know I use Google locations, right? Say I want to go to a restaurant, y'all know where it's at. You can Google the restaurant and place your order and all that in it ahead of time. Like Google gonna do all that. Know why they doing that too? Because they're gonna be tracking all this movement. So when you got all these people that were doing orders, y'all also, some of y'all might have fell a victim to that. How many of y'all ever ordered DoorDash, Uber, and they kept your stuff? Why? Well, they also know a lot of people pass their accounts to their friends. Just know this got to do with all tracking. All tracking. So hopefully a lot of y'all will finally get through your head. It is no more such thing as doing no dirt. It is no such thing as you not being found, unknown, hidden. They made it where these phones are no more for no dirty activity, no criminal activity, no abuse, no slander. You're going to be held accountable for it. All of our phones are under surveillance. These updates are surveillance every day. And I'm saying that. You see this thing that I'm showing you? Now I'm going to go back to what the vice president said. I'm going to show you they've been tracking all y'all. I've been telling you from day one, you've been tracked on these apps and you tracked on that phone. And I always tell you, if you're not doing nothing negative, you got nothing to worry about. So let's go back to what the vice president said, because I'm going to connect this for you. The vice president urges Americans to reject those who talk obsessively about America's imperfections and sin instead of greatness. Code word: stay away from people that's against the country. It takes two to tango. So when you guys be on that phone, and y'all be talking y'all talk, just know they listening. And my opinion, this my whole opinion, because this I know who it is. The truth is, it's not the tax-paying citizens. They don't do the most talking. The people that do the most talking about the gov is the people that depend on that the most. So I keep telling y'all, when they talk this pride stuff or their ancestors, they always keep leaving stuff out, and that's what pissed me off, because they're fugazi. You are not your ancestors, so knock it off. All right? Your ancestors was different. You know the whole code of your real ancestors? They didn't want a penny from this country. They didn't want a penny. They just wanted the equal opportunity to get it. They just wanted the equal opportunity to get it. They didn't want a penny. They didn't want a handout. So when they raised their voice or when they spoke, they had something to stand on. You cannot be the one that takes, but the main one that talks about. So your friend let you hold some money, but you're the one that talk about your friend behind their back. That's what you do, right? Your friend always helping you out. Your friend always there for you, but you the same one always dogging your friend out. That's what you do, right? So they telling y'all all, you ain't gonna be able to do that no more. This, I'm gonna give y'all all clarity. Because they know it ain't taxpaying citizens that talk the most. But if taxpaying citizens talk, they got a right to talk too, yeah. That's why they say the ones who talk obsessively. You know the ones who talk obsessively? The ones that sit on their butt all day and ain't got nothing else to do. They ain't got no time. The ones that stuck in their house right now with no AC. The ones that talk all day online, y'all, and don't do nothing. That's what they talking about. They are called useless eaters. The ones that always take from this country, but what they don't do, they never talk about the greatness. They never bring no greatness to the table. They don't do nothing great. They don't do nothing. Got it? Takers and the givers, have and the have-nots. They know the haves are not the one obsessively talking negative about the country. It's the have-nots. The have-nots don't understand what happened. It's just like a household with too many mouths to feed. We got all these kids, but then you got the bad kids always running their mouth, doing the worst. And at the end of the day, the bad kids become a bad example to the good ones. So you know what happens? The bad ones got to get kicked out the house. It ain't a burning house. It's just people getting kicked out. And y'all understand. That's why I told y'all separate from that we and us. It's about you now. If it don't apply to you, don't worry about it. But they already know this place has been charged with division. And it's being said, certain people have strayed y'all away with this division and this anger. But now it's being said, all eyes on you now. Because you refuse to change. So you've been warned to stay away from people that obsessively talk about it. Not talk about it here and there. Not got their little opinions obsessively. Anybody obsessively talking about the country negative, I told you guys, you all a target. Whether you like it or not. Because remember, ain't nothing good happening for you, right? You collect that money, you get your income tax, you still talking junk, right? Okay, they say you guys are the problem now. So you all being tracked. And ain't no enemies outside talking about America like that. It's people here. They know, they understand. The people outside the country that don't like it here, they're not coming anyway. The problem is, it's too many people here say they don't like it, and they're against everybody and everything, right? And they always gaslighting. They always trying to start this racism stuff. And they always trying to like come with these narratives to keep people divided. And then they also attack their own. If they own want to stand up and do something different, they even attack their own too. Yeah, they do. So they understand that. Just get rid of them. The country would not be better till we get rid of the cancer. They know this. Meaning, if they got to be sacrificed for the future generations, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. All right? Young generation, they're not racist. The younger generation, they're not raised like that. They will be spared. Google Maps prepares to place restaurant orders instead of just guiding you. What else they doing? Tracking that dollar. That Bobby Brown song, every little step you take, every little dollar you make will be tracked. Don't keep saying this and that. Understand, America got corrupt. Whether we had a criminal mind, whether we had a mind of destruction, a mind of rebellion, a mind of, man, we can't make it, man. Everybody's against us. But never acknowledge this thing called black on black crime. Never want to acknowledge this thing called twerking. They want to, hey y'all, they want to clout chase their ancestors. Their ancestors was not twerking. They want to clout chase their ancestors, y'all. Their ancestors was not wearing BBLs. Their ancestors was not doing none of this. They want to keep clout chasing their ancestors. No, your ancestors was highly respected, but you ain't. So you might as well knock it off, right? You are not them, so stop clout chasing your ancestors. Your ancestors set up in, I'll just say Shirley Chisholm, fool. You ain't nowhere near Shirley Chisholm. Knock it off. Therefore, you lost your respect. You have disgraced your previous generations. When you heard about them turning their grave, it's for real. That's how low you went. Meaning you ain't got a leg to stand on. Now, you do got one thing left. It's called change your ways and beliefs. Understand, acknowledge it don't work and it don't make sense no more. All right? Cardi B is now the face of your civil rights movement and your educators. Cardi B continues to use her platform to advocate for the history of Black African Americans to be properly taught in school. And here's what she's saying. They want to diminish slavery as free labor, but it wasn't free labor. It was inhuman. It was the worst torture and worst in humankind history. All right. I'm not trying to go there, y'all. It's designed where every live I do will be ignorant. It will be past tense. It will be talking like I'm talking to children because this is the stuff they talk about every day. Guys, when you understand world history, when you understand about rulership, a lot of y'all do. Every single war that happened on this planet, the people that lose, the victims, they go into bondage. That was the rules of the game back in the day. Okay. Then you heard about other cultures. It got so bad for them, they had to eat each other. Have you ever heard about cultures where they put 2,000 people on a stake and burnt them up? 2,000 women, just burn their ass up quick. You heard all these stories? So how can y'all keep saying it's the worst treatment of humanity? Do you know about history? Whole villages got torched, kids and all. Did it happen to y'all? Do y'all have any stories of all y'all being torched like that? Why are you guys trying to compare your pain to everybody? Everybody had pain. No, the question is why you guys won't let it go. Why everybody else in the world has moved on. Meaning, they pay their tributes and homage, but they do that in their household. They got things they do. Why you guys always bringing y'all to the public? Like y'all the only ones that been through stuff. It ain't our fault you don't know your history past 1800s. It ain't our fault. 1800s, 17, 16, 15. Keep going, but before that, you go back to BC days, fool. You go back to Troy. It been going on. But see, she's saying on national TV, the stuff that happened was the worst in humankind. But the question is it the truth? I say, who cares? Because I know what the truth is. Cardi B warns y'all. She's warning of your history going to be wiped out of schools. Now, I'm going to leave that part alone, y'all, because it ain't about nothing. I already went into Floyd Mayweather, y'all. Floyd Mayweather admitted he's broke, y'all. What I'm saying is he's making excuses now, y'all. He's making excuses. Everybody is making excuses, and it's disturbing now. When you look at this as a whole thing, y'all, like you got to look at it as you're not part of it. Like you got to just look at it like you're just watching it normal. And when you look and scroll, it's like all this misery, all these has-been stories, all these stories about how people did them dirty, all these stories are just failure, y'all. And it's like, it shows that in the current 2026, the world, this is the time we supposed to be the most smartest, y'all. If your ancestors were smart, you're supposed to be 10 times smarter than them now. It's just the facts. I'm supposed to be smarter than my dad. You're supposed to be smarter than your father. You're supposed to be smarter than your mother. That's common sense. But that's not a proven fact. No advancement is showing now. Now y'all only latch on to y'all old greatness, which means y'all have accepted being has-beens. Y'all have accepted that y'all not relevant no more because all you talk about is old stuff in every department. So he's making this. Guess what Floyd said, y'all? I was never book smart, you know. I was never book smart. He's basically trying to say, I wasn't book smart, so, I mean, what y'all expect? So he's saying I was never book smart, but I'm street smart or I'm common sense smart. I know how to do certain things. So he was saying in this video, him training, he's saying this. I wasn't book smart, but I mean, my family's still straight. I still got my properties. Everybody in my family good. I'm a he talking that grandfather talk. Now I'm a grandfather. You know, my grandkids are straight. I'm okay. That's what he's saying now, y'all. Now he want to talk that talk. But he tried to throw it out there. I wasn't that smart. He's trying to use it as an excuse, basically saying, what y'all expect from me? I mean, I still did my thing for a guy that's for a guy that's a dropout, not that smart. I still did good. I did a lot. That's what he's trying to say. Now he's trying to say, I'm just happy, you know, I got my grandson, he's straight. I don't got my family, you know, I don't got to worry. They don't got to worry about nothing. I got my properties. Bro, he was not talking like that. So I'm going to say this. According to what I see, Jake Paul won his $1.5 million. The head guy from UFC offered to help Floyd. If Dana White offered to help Floyd, it is for real, y'all. It's for real. The owner of the UFC, he's not just going to say that to say it. He ain't just going to act. No. Now, Joe Rogan was the first one to say this thing months ago. He down with the UFC. Like I say, I watch stuff. I just pay attention till I get fat. See, it's always two versions. Floyd going to have his version. I'm going to just give it to y'all. Their version is the crybaby version. They're going to always run online to that department to explain themselves. Why they felt. But see, when you get news from everywhere, you'll get the full spectrum. So I've been hearing about him losing money. I didn't believe it. I've been hearing certain things. I just paid attention. But when I start connecting the dots, then I get it. No, Floyd been going broke. He been trying to hide it. No, Floyd probably did get jerked out a lot of money. Yes. He also blew a lot of money. He ain't talking about all that money. To this day, we don't know exactly how much money he blew at them damn casinos. But you know for a fact, Bruno Mars blew 50. Floyd could have blew more than him. We also do know Floyd was spending a lot of money, right? So it's reality when they also got to pay what? Taxes. But now we got excuses. Meanwhile, I assumed Floyd is being pushed out of Vegas, meaning he's not going to be the man no more. That already happened. Floyd, what Floyd is going through is his humiliation. Yes. When your name Money Mayweather, but now you on YouTube, jumping on every platform, going live, explaining yourself, your financial situation, you being humiliated. Because ain't nobody else explaining they find that they're not explaining that they making money. Everybody else making money, you explaining why you losing money. And he currently got lawsuits. So here's the facts, y'all. Floyd Mayweather did a side deal with the Middle East for $10 million. Using other boxers' name. So when you heard about what other young boxers said about Floyd, y'all, they wasn't lying. They wasn't. It's just that Floyd and them got the power. They control the media. Now look, Logan Paul claimed earlier this year that Floyd had pre-sold the fight rights. He sold the rights to the fight, cashed out off a fight to a company in the Middle East for $10 million in cash, using Paul's name and image to seal the deal. According to Paul, he had agreement with Floyd Mayweather that Floyd was supposed to give him 15%. And he owes him $1.5 million. He didn't give him nothing because Floyd was doing the same thing they do in rap. What I figured out, he was getting all the people together under him and using them for money. When you can put together, okay, let's look at you in the boxing world. You can put together 10 of your friends for fights. Yo, bro, you're going to fight him. You're going to fight him. You're going to get this money. Yeah, we're going to, overseas, they said they're going to give me some money. $10 million for the right to the fight. Meanwhile, it could be money laundering. Get it? It could be a lot of things. So a lot of things, what the proof you got in this also is Floyd wasn't doing business with Americans, meaning he wasn't helping the businessmen of America make money. He was doing business over there. And the thing you better get about this main thing that Paul is telling on, Floyd Mayweather got $10 million cash. Floyd Mayweather's in trouble, y'all. He's in trouble for certain things. He getting $10 million cash on the side, using other people's name, y'all, doing business with overseas. Nah, he's done. He's done. He's done. We watching the start of Floyd's ending, y'all. So what you're watching is him tap dancing online. They all have come back to where they started to try to convince everybody they still down. Here go the proof. Will Smith and Meek Mill performed together, y'all. A free concert. Because they trying to get back in with their communities. Didn't I tell you they lost their pop fans? Didn't I tell you the rest of America is done with them? America is done with them. They running back to the black community for support. That's all that's happening, y'all. They're running back to the black community for support. I'll prove it in every article. Running back. I love how Cardi B is setting the record straight and giving y'all a history lesson. She is Afro-Caribbean. Basically saying Cardi B is smarter than y'all. She's speaking for y'all and she's schooling y'all. But I wanted y'all to get, no, she's pandering to the black community. So knock it off. She's pandering. Why? She don't have nothing left. No more pop fans. Pandering. Everybody's pandering because they back where they started from. Don't forget, blacks, you made everybody famous and rich. Now they coming back home. That's all it is. Does Cardi B look happy? What Candace Owens said, one more time before we get off this thing. Hold up. Let's get it clear what she said. She said handlers are real. Candace Owens makes explosive claims. Handlers are real. Telling you, a lot of them have handlers, which mean they must do what they told. The ones that don't have power, the ones that have not been in this game a long time, they have handlers. Watch Michael Rubin gather the wealthy and famous. Gather. All right, so we're going to get out of here, y'all. We're going to keep it real simple and sweet today. Thank y'all for tapping in. We're going to keep it going, y'all. But it's not too much left. Shout out Uncle Diggity. Oh, this is something I must talk about. Let me not forget this, y'all. Very important. Lovely T been MIA, y'all. She ain't been back still. It was said something was wrong with her. I don't know. But she had merged everything. Blockiana shirt. And see that shirt say conspiracies. But she had merged everything. According to what I saw doing my research, she has not been back yet. But I also hope that she had I heard about what she said she was from or her background. So hopefully she was legit. Just know y'all look, this is what I want y'all to get, man. This is important. She was one of the biggest on here, y'all. She's gone. Told y'all a lot of things been changing on here. You're watching this algorithm die out. I always told you the big people set the tone. They're the ones supposed to keep it going. And how I understood a lot of the numbers are from Fugazi, because no matter how big they are, YouTube is not growing, y'all. It's not. So how the hell are these people on here every day, but it ain't growing? How? It's impossible. How I know that? Well, I remember before YouTube was so big, it was big from the biggest to the littlest. Meaning, when the big people was online, you knew when they was online because they created traffic. People tap into these apps now. That don't mean they stay here. Before, people stayed on here all day. So I also told you, as soon as there's going to be a time, people are going to tap into who they watch, and that's it. People don't doom scroll no more. So here you got it, man. Lovely T was one of the biggest, over 1 million subscribers, and she gone. So just showing y'all, it's been many, many changes. These corporations are different. They're looking for different things now. And now all you're going to get is excuses. So on that note, y'all, I did the best I can with nothing. But you up to date what's going on. And don't forget, the main thing of today is what the vice president told you. Stay away from all them people. See, remember, it was 4th of July, and I seen a lot of hate speech online. So they telling you, man, urging Americans to reject those who talk obsessively about America's imperfections and sins. Basically, stay away from people always talking negative about your country. Everybody always talk about negativity about here. Stay away from them. They telling y'all. All right? So meaning they never talk about the good stuff, right? Now they got a right to talk about the negative. They got a right to talk about bad stuff, but they never talk about the good stuff. That's the problem. And they always try to influence others with their opinions. That's another thing. It's okay to have your opinions, y'all, but when you're trying to spread your gospel, that's the problem. When they say one bad apple spoils the whole bunch, you can be a bad apple by yourself. It's okay. But if you try to spread it, that's a problem. You have STD by yourself. Nobody cares. But if you're trying to spread that STD, now you're a problem. Well, the stuff you spread is being looked at just like STDs. And they're telling clean Americans, stay away from them people if you don't want to get in no trouble. Okay? Don't worry about, just worry about somehow all y'all funds going to just get cut. Told y'all what's going to happen, man. Since y'all been talking about this country, somehow they came back for all that back school money. They made it mandatory to pay back that student loan. They cut EBT. It's getting cut every year. Percentage is going to dry up ever since y'all been running your mouth. All your programs getting cut. Your 501c3 companies getting cut because you've been running your mouth. That's why, y'all. It ain't because of nothing else. Your mouth has become the ultimate threat in the 2020s. The power of your mouth to steer others against somebody or something is a national threat. Told y'all all. You didn't know that one day your talking was going to be classified as a threat to Homeland Security. That's what happened, y'all. I'm just the one to tell you what nobody going to tell you, because the word is, hopefully a lot of y'all take yourself out with y'all speech. So other than that, y'all just pay it. Now remember this. One thing your ancestors knew, that's for everybody in this country. If you pay your taxes, and you do everything you're supposed to do, and you're a law-abiding citizen, guess what? You can talk all the junk you want. You can talk all the junk you want. Just don't spread your gospel. That's how it works. Told you, when you don't know what freedom is, you're just going to be a dummy. In America, you do have rights, but it's how you use them. Your rights are not for spreading. It's for independency. So I already told you, freedom comes from you being independent. I can stand on my front yard and say whatever I want and do whatever I want in my front yard. But if I start walking down the block with a bullhorn and I start preaching my gospel, that's a problem. You didn't get that part. Social media is for networking, building, expanding. You use it for negativity. That's why it's being taken from you. So remember when I told them on the end, they're going to have to be verified or they won't be on here? All right. Why they making all these apps pay for play? Because they know we make these apps money, they're going to disappear. We make these apps, you got to pay. That's just a way to get them out of here. We got ways to get rid of them. We're going to do it financially. Trust me. When you got to pay to talk junk, they ain't going to want to pay. Got it? That's how it's going to be, y'all. Your world going to be wiped out financially. The things you can't do is going to become a picket fence. The clout is, do you have these apps? Do you really know what's going on? Are you in tune? Or you get all your information secondhand? Or you still don't know what's going on? You don't know nothing. You don't go nowhere. You don't celebrate. Well, that's going to be you. No, y'all. Enjoy your freedom, man. Freedom is individuality. Understand that part. When you go to school, do we learn together? Do we learn it? Do we study? Meaning, do we take this? Are we studying so we can pass the same? Do we get the same grades on the test? Don't we all have to study individually, apply ourselves individually? Success is individually. Y'all didn't figure that out yet. But you should. Hey, you got a college degree. Did we get a college degree or did you get one? We went to school every day together. Yeah, but did we get one or did you get it? So why in life you don't look at life like that? Everything is based on you. It ain't no we. The we is what makes you delusional. Why? Because you're going to say we. You got a college degree. That person dropped out in 8th grade. You talking about we. Meanwhile, that person didn't know on your level. That person didn't put the work you in. You know what's happening? That person is riding your back. You carrying dead weight. So y'all have done that so long. This is why you are looked at a certain way now. All right, y'all know what that means, right? All right. On that note, we're going to get out of here. We out one. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.